We are.
I'd like to call the monthly Housing Commissioners meetings to order. It is Thursday, October 23rd at 9:05 a.m. Call order. Or
Roll call.
call.
Commissioner Mychek,
Here.
Commissioner Szymanski,
Here?
Commissioner Pelton,
Here.
Commissioner Goodman,
Here.
and President Fosdick.
Here. Are there any amendments to the agenda?
I do not have any, President.
Public comments on agenda-related items? None? Consent agenda. Approval of minutes for September 18th, regular meeting, October 6th, special meeting, approval of bills and disbursements, and the financial report for August of 2025. I'll entertain a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Old business, number one, Mr. Spicer Group. The shoreline improvement update.
I brought in updated concept plans based on the last meeting that we had at the Spicer office with the board of commissioners. So we have updated the plans based on those discussions, the changes based on what you'd previously seen. If you look on the west end, there is a smoking shelter that was added west of the Harbor View building. We updated, so now we're actually showing the stairs coming down from that trailhead versus the switchback arena. We also added smoking shelters at the location between Harbor View and Century Terrace and the location east of Century Terrace. We also updated the turf dog park based on our conversation to add kind of a fence down the middle so that there could be a small dog area and a large dog area in there. And then also some shade structures in there. And then the concrete patio that exists currently behind Century Terrace. We've shown that to actually build the deck a little bit above that so that it becomes level with that, where that new boardwalk would be located. And then also some solar lighting along the boardwalk and the sidewalks. And some locations for future security cameras.
Now the wood decking going down to the river from Century Terrace, that would be level with the patio, right?
The upper patio, yeah, and the lower, so yeah, that would be the ADA access.
Okay.
Looks nice.
And like I said, I really, like I mentioned, this nice, simple plan. I think we got it as reasonably designed for price as we could possibly get it. That's, I think, gonna be real important for us. Make sure that we're good stewards.
So if you guys would like to approve that, we could start looking at costs and then trying to procure possibly some funding.
I think you did have an estimate, correct?
Yep, we did, and I do have a statement, I have an updated estimate I brought along with me also.
Are we talking about the manufacturer's decking, or are we talking just
Treated.
wood? Treated wood.
Yeah,
It's double.
Is it?
yeah, we learned that when the Riverwalk, the boardwalk project, it was quite expensive to go to a EDC
So
or.
we have probably a 10, maybe 15-year life.
Oh, no, 30, if it's 12.
Yeah, if it's kept up, yeah, you could get 30 years out of it.
That's right.
So based on our updated cost estimate, we're estimating around 1.6 million with the contingency in there. Obviously, there's some areas where, during the design, we could look at cutting back some stuff if we need to get the costs down, but just kind of that first based on this concept.
So why is the engineering survey and the administration put it in the construction?
But just broken out separately.
It's broken. Yeah, it's.
What are those negotiable items?
No, I mean, those are just, we wanted you to understand what the construction cost was just to build the project versus what the design was gonna take to actually go into getting the plans to construct.
Generally, when they break something out, it's negotiable. Okay,
I think it looks pretty reasonable myself.
I mean, all these are estimates. I mean, some of the pricing could go down or could possibly go up,
Right.
but
Yeah, and these are all numbers based on the projects that we have done, the Riverwalk within the city, numbers that we've gotten back as bids from the contractors.
you're going with cabling instead of steel post fencing, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
That's smart. That makes a lot less maintenance.
Mhm.
so 50,000 for mobilization. That's just to say, okay, we got the job, let's get out there and do it.
It's to bring all their equipment to the site. Yeah, that, we break that out separately just so that if we don't break it out, then they're gonna plug it into their unit pricing for their other items anyways. But this just gives the contractor a number to say, okay, we need to get everything to the job site. And it's also includes demobilization and cleaning out the job site when they're done.
So you're only anticipating 2 trash receptacles.
Well, I think these are all the fine details that once we get to it,
Right.
we'll know better, but, again, estimates on where we're at. And, just looking for an approval for the design to see if we can even do it. You know, because we have to find money.
We have to find money.
I like it a lot better than we originally started, but you guys did a good job.
So I make a motion that we approve the preliminary estimate and design for the shoreline improvement.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
I,
Opposed?
Before you,
Oops.
I wanted to say, again, I think we should. I think we're approving it, but it's all contingent
I'm finding.
on finances.
Yeah.
If we can't do it, we can't do it.
So we have our dream. Now we have to see if we can make it happen.
Spicer will help us.
Okay. Any other discussion?
No, I just want to point out, when you look at it, there's, we put in the lighting and definitely security cameras, so those are important things down there, because there was concern about who would hang out down there.
Mhm. So the motion did carry, or should I redo the motion?
No.
Okay. Okay, do you have anything else?
Thank you,
thank you
Shannon.
very much.
Thank you, Shane.
Can I have a copy of the cost estimate, please?
So.
Looks like Mark's in South Dakota.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. City of Manistee Ad Hoc Committee. Mark, did you have a report on that, or?
Yeah, we're kind of at just a little standstill. We kind of, the last meeting, we just kind of went through the same sites again and I think there's some other options out there, but I think what was all kind of framed on us in selecting a developer first before we went any further and started taking deep dives into sites. So I think we have another meeting scheduled in December. We were hoping that we might make a decision by then. And I think,
Well, won't these sites be run by us?
yeah, all of us. Yeah, I think once we had a developer partner, then we would start the process of evaluating with the housing commission and the developer who we're going to partner with and make sure that we're all on the same page.
So better to have the developer look at the properties we're considering?
Yes, because they will have probably more of an eye and a first reaction. Can this work? But then we're going to talk about the developer selection process still. And we're going to ask them hopefully to provide some sort of sample project that may have a possibility of working. So then, once we know that, then we kind of look at a site that might fit that. Are we going to need to build 47 new units? Are we going to need to build 30 new units? I think that's all part of that analysis. that will then size the site that we want in, do we want to do phase 2? Do we want a bigger site? So I think there's just a lot of unknowns right now for us to keep moving forward in that committee. So we kind of just decided that we're going to meet, but really it's going to be dependent on how we move forward, if that makes sense.
Yep, makes sense.
Makes sense.
Okay, I have a question on this ad hoc housing committee with the city. Is that specifically about the housing commission, or is that housing in the full city, other things also?
Yeah, they're talking about other projects too, that are on the drawing
So
board.
this is not just an oversight committee for the housing commission.
No.
Okay.
No. I think there's been discussion about the school site too at that committee level, right? I think that's still, there's been some talk about, where that project may go. And I don't remember the name of the site, you guys do.
Jefferson School, probably.
Yeah, Jefferson's.
Anybody else have any questions for Mark? Okay. Thanks, Mark. Moving on, Charter Spectrum Bulk Agreement.
So I believe we've negotiated all we can negotiate. So if we do want to offer the residents a more affordable internet option, I would recommend that we go with the second option, internet only. We would receive $100 door fee, so we'd receive $16,700 for entering into the contract. And Spectrum would charge us $31. There is no data cap on the internet service, and it is a very high speed service. That would include their modem, routers free. We would also reduce our cost because we are currently paying for Wi-Fi here at Harborview and at Century Terrace. So they would throw that in for free. Now, in 1 year, they would have the ability to raise it 5%. So 5% of $31 would be like $1.50. So we could see an increase 1 year.
Well, they could do that each year.
Be $5.
Yes, for 6 years. And then they would like us to sign a 6-year contract.
Well, that's right.
So over the course, maybe $10 for 6 years, if they raised it to full 5% each year.
Yeah, approximately.
And you can pretty much assure that they're gonna raise it to the 5%.
So I did reach
The
out
question is,
to
do they have-
Commonwealth yesterday and just, let them know, because we would need their approval as well. Let them know that I feel like, this is, we got them, this is, after all the negotiation, I believe this is gonna be the best that they're gonna be able to offer us. And
Now, do the,
I did say that I could possibly request, but I'm not sure that Charter would go for this. But I was going to see if there's any way they would let us do a 90-day trial, because we don't know for sure what percent of the residents are going to accept it. So I don't know how much to charge, because I can't charge $31 because I'm anticipating 30% of the residents currently that do not subscribe to Spectrum services will not subscribe to this. So based on that, I would need to charge $45 for the internet service, and then we would add that onto the residents' rent. The other thing that I would propose, I'm not sure they would do this either or not, but if the penetration ever went below the 70%, that they let us terminate the contract.
so that's 20, that would be even at $45, that's $24 less than what they could buy it for right now. If I'm not mistaken, it's $69 a month.
And coming from a resident that
65.
currently does
So-
pay 65, yeah, I know a lot of the residents
So
would
at
be
least
on.
$20 a month savings. Do we know how many people currently have internet?
So it's an estimated 117.
Internet and or cable TV, right?
Yes.
So the other thing is, do the clients know that with the internet, they basically can get a pretty broad group of free television?
Well, and that's something we can help
Roku
educate
or-
on when we send out the documentation. If we do enter into the agreement, that's something that we could help educate them on.
Well, okay, here's my problem here with it. As I would love to have the internet only, but that's me personally. But if I'm an 80-year-old resident that's not very internet savvy, and my main entertainment in my life is my TV, and they like to watch their cable shows and stuff like that, I would say that internet only. I don't know what it would cost them to get charter cable on top of that. Well, they probably wouldn't take internet only, they take just charter cable. Because the residents can pick and choose whatever they want. They can buy internet through here, or they can actually buy internet through charter if they want.
And if you remember the original sales pitch, they did include that they will have a specific number for bulk customers only. So it's 24 hours a day. They'd be able to call the service number that's strictly for bulk residents if they have any issues. We did talk when we were in Ludington, you guys recall on that tour, the complex that we toured. She was in a bulk agreement at that property and they loved it.
A lot of properties like ours have it just automatically as part of the move-in package.
And I did also let Commonwealth know that I would like to use as a marketing tool to let residents have the first month free possibly, so they can see how fabulous the high-speed internet is if they're not already used to it. And then
I would give them. We're gonna pay for it anyway.
but we also have to cover our costs.
Gotta
So
cover our costs.
Well, I want them to get used to it, that they absolutely can't live without it. You can't do that.
No, I don't think,
90.
I think you can do it. in 32.
Now, here's the dilemma that I ran into last night. For $31 for internet only. For $44 for internet plus cable TV plus streaming.
So Lori, why did you say the cost went up to $45, what we would charge?
because
Of the,
107, I'm anticipating 117 out of 167 residents would subscribe to it.
so at $44, are you thinking it would be like 59 now, or?
Well,
If you did the other one?
So yeah, so we would
calculations
just,
with
if we
the-
just take, let me get my calculator out
44
here.
divided that by 0.7 is about $63 there.
So,
So,
that-
so let's say if we went 65, so for another $20, they could have all the, but there's so many people that, you know, with the, surveys that we did complete, a lot of, residents were not interested at all. So if we
Yeah.
do this, I was thinking just do internet only because so many people are streaming and keep it more affordable.
Or do we go back to the resident council and say, you tell us what your residents want?
that was the survey that we did.
Was there a majority of people who wanted it? Or was it a minority?
How many surveys did you get back?
Yeah, we didn't get enough back to have a majority say.
But I'd hate to lock into an agreement only to find out the residents don't support it.
So we could, now that we have our final number, I could put it in the next newsletter and let them know that there's a, you know, that we are considering this. And if you're interested in this, we need to know now.
I would make a statement that, you know, if you choose not to respond, you know, that's okay. But the decision will be made based on who does respond. I mean, basically let people know if you don't say anything, you're gonna have to live with what the decision is. just sometimes people overlook.
Okay,
Make it sound, I mean, that, but it's like, it's important, maybe your voice is important because a decision will be made on this or something like that, so they really understand.
Could we have a meeting and invite everybody so they understand? Is that possible? I mean, I know they won't all come, but
sure.
majority,
Don't they have a Halloween party usually?
Yeah.
Be at the Halloween party, send out an invitation. Tell people that we're gonna make this decision on this day. I don't know what ways, some people, they won't come down.
I know. I'm just saying that
I wouldn't go to a Halloween party.
I wouldn't go to Halloween. I'm not a Halloween person, but.
Okay, I'll make
Well,
sure that
brainstorm
people
on that,
know.
but, I mean,
that-
this is an amazing price. I don't live that far away. Can I get into it?
Yeah.
Can I lock in?
Yeah, I would love it too, with 500 megabytes download.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just don't know what a great deal it is. Compared to if, whatever service they have now. But anyway, so you're gonna keep pursuing this. your
In
favorite
November, our
topic.
next meeting, November 20th, we'll
We
decide.
will make the decision.
Okay,
And just let them know the next meeting, the decision will be made on these options.
Okay. Anything else on Charter Spectrum? Resolution discussion,
Before you maybe just drop off the very first one. That's one you said you wouldn't even consider, the very first option. So then you have 1, 2, 3 that they can look at.
Oh, I was just gonna give them the internet option unless you guys want me to
Right,
give them all the options.
well, no, the only difference, that $100, that $50, that's $1 a month for.
Do you want me to give them all give them more options? Do you want me to give them one of the other options? See, I don't
I
believe she
think-
also included the broadband service, so these amounts, you also need to add an extra $5 and I think 36 cents to this price. With Wi-Fi, there's no tax and there's no, you don't have to pay for the broadband. So that's, I was just gonna try and get the internet in.
I think that these are. At that email.
if they want more, they can add more or no, that's just it.
Yes.
Whatever
Oh,
we
yeah.
lock in.
Yes, they would get a bill from Charter for anything in
Right,
addition
excellent.
to the
So-
internet.
Yeah, and that's what they said in Ludington that they did too, right? I
Mhm.
think so.
But again, I think it's important that we let our customers know that if they have a smart TV or if they buy a Roku or a Fire Stick or Apple 4, there are a number of free services available, including, cable TV or news programs and local programming. All of that can be free with their internet. And then they can choose if they wanted to get Netflix or other programs.
Commissioner Samansky is very knowledgeable in this. He'd probably do a session for them.
Yeah.
When you come to the Halloween party
There you
and
go.
dress up
Yeah.
like a Spectrum
Well, I was gonna.
Charter
Fire Stick,
person.
yeah.
Okay, we're moving on.
Okay, resolution discussion of water flooding at Century Terrace.
So at this time, this is still going through discussion. So we're still continuing meetings regarding that.
New business, or is there any other old business? Okay, new business. Public hearing for the CMHC revised 5-year 2025 to 2029 agency plan and the 2026 PHA annual plan.
So it's 9:28. I would like to go ahead and open up the public hearing for any comments on the revised 5-year 2025-2029 agency plan and the 2026 PHA annual plan. I did receive 2 emails from a resident
Well,
at
we have to
Century
make
Terrace.
we have to open.
Open, okay,
public
sorry, go ahead.
meeting.
I opened the public meeting. Now, do we have?
We have to have a motion to open.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you need to open the public hearing, a motion to open the public hearing.
So Commissioner Goodman made the motion or no?
No, thank you.
Okay,
A public hearing, and I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, so the agency plan and annual plan have been up for a 45-day comment period. And I did receive 2 emails from a resident at Century Terrace, just asking a few questions that I did meet with yesterday and respond to any questions on that. But other than that, I have not received any comments.
Those in our path.
They're separate, Karen. I handed them to you separately. Did you not get,
The
Did yours-
emails?
No.
Emails?
they're,
Yeah, the emails.
oh, yes, I forwarded them to you when at the time I received them, but they're right here. No. If you want, we could read them.
Okay, with no other comments on it, does someone want to make a motion, resolution 2025-04, approving the RAD certificate amendment to the 5-year PHA plan?
Need to- Steve, you need to close the public hearing first.
Before you do that, I'd like to discuss what I'm reading first. So you responded to both of these. Are they satisfied with the response of
So,
these residents?
so this is not a resident of
one
public
resident.
housing.
Oh, this is a resident here.
Yes. Who's seeing, because we post it here in our main office, we post that we are doing, so it was just a resident that will not be affected by the RAD conversion. So I did speak with him yesterday and told him that this is just the tip of the iceberg, that we'll be doing lots of resident discussion meetings, that we don't know what we're gonna do for relocation yet. So a lot of the stuff that he was asking about, we won't know until we actually are approved by HUD and have a developer and move forward. So this is just,
Okay.
we still have to do our CHAP application needs to be completed. There's lots more discussion. This just opened up our thought process.
Thank you very much.
And this, I'm assuming, is primarily a boilerplate.
Yes,
You haven't read it yet?
I saw it in the email.
Okay, without any other public discussion, we'll close this public hearing.
9:32.
Do I
We
have
need a motion
for that?
to, okay.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Now, resolution 2025-04, approving the RAD significant amendment to the 5-year PHA plan in conjunction with the RAD application for Manistee Housing Commission, and authorizing submittal of the amended plan to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development.
So Steve, can I make one comment about that? So the reason we had to do a significant amendment is because the RAD opportunities have changed. So we wanted to make it, whatever path we choose, our plan has to allow us to go down that path. And this does. HUD has made more opportunities within the RAD program for us. So this is just saying that we have the opportunity to explore all of those paths forward.
I will make a motion that we accept or that we approve the resolution 2025-07.
No,
04.
One in front of me. 04 then.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
The roll call,
Oh, is it a roll
Yes,
call?
it is.
For a resolution.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Commissioner Mycheck,
Here.
Yes.
Yes.
Commissioner Szymanski,
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodman,
Yes.
and President Fosdick.
Yeah. Okay, resolution 2025-05, civil rights 5-year agency plan, 2025 to 2029, and 2026 PHA annual plan. Any motion?
I'm not seeing it.
So that one is in your packet.
I see the
The civil rights, it says civil rights at the
but I don't
top.
see the other one, the PHA annual, where's that?
This one,
Oh, that one we just went through though.
Right.
no, that was this one.
Oh, okay. All righty. Yeah, we got this one. Yeah. Oh, that's the, oh,
This is going on now.
yeah, no, we're on civil rights.
I jumped ahead. I'm on 06. That's the next one. You want the
Yeah, I
05.
find the 05.
Civil rights.
In here?
It's in the packet.
It's just like
It's
this.
inside here.
It's in the big clip.
Yeah, but it's a resolution.
Yeah.
Yes.
Up on the top, 2025.
Oh, all right, okay.
Here, got it.
So this resolution's approving the
Yep.
annual plan, not the amendment portion of it, the new
Okay,
plan.
That's the.
So if we remain in public housing, you will see this resolution every year at this time of the year.
Okay,
HUD just wants you to look at your annual plan, update policies.
We don't put this on our letterhead like our other resolutions.
No, HUD, this is exactly how HUD wants it. This is from HUD's website and you have to have it exactly like they
All right,
have it here.
thank you.
And this will go to HUD after the meeting.
Yep.
Because
I
it's a
will
due.
make that motion that we accept the resolution, 2025 5.
No, 05.
05, oh, 05.
We've already done
Oh,
it.
yeah,
before.
So the rest of that line though, where it says and, is that a separate approval?
Where are you at, Jenny?
C, then it says plan 2025-29 and 2026 PHA annual plan.
Yeah.
So that's separate from this 2025.
So if you read the top of the civil rights certification,
Uh-huh.
that's the way
It's
HUD,
all the wording they want.
yes.
Okay, so it's one approval.
So it's our revised,
Okay.
so we revised our original 5-year plan, which we adopted last year due to the RAD.
Right.
And then we are approving our 2026 annual plan, which in the plan, things were updated, like we update our housing needs assessment, we update the finances, how much we're getting for operating fund, capital improvements, reviewing policies, things like that.
Okay, so right now we have a motion to approve the resolution. I'll second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Mycheck?
Yeah.
Commissioner Szymanski?
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton?
Yes,
Commissioner Goodman?
Yes,
And President Fosdick?
Yes. Okay, the next is resolution 2025-06, utility allowances effective January 1st. That's 2020, it should be 26, right?
No. You mean resolution?
No, I'm saying,
right here, effective January 1, 2026.
but this says 2025.
the
Well,
agenda does.
the
All right.
agenda
the
does.
agenda says-
Okay, sorry, the resolution's correct. though.
Resolution.
Yes.
So, Ken O'Connor from ECP Solutions, did the utility allowance study for us. And because the rates have increased, our utility allowances are increasing, which will reduce the net rents for our residents. So all of the utility allowances have increased, effective January 1st. So we do need to get this out for a 60-day notice to the residents before we can change the allowances. But this is something that HUD requires us to do every year. So
Yes.
I would ask that you approve them.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2025-06, resident utility allowance and excess utility charges.
And I'll second.
Roll call.
Commissioner Mycheck,
Yeah.
Commissioner Szymanski,
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes,
Commissioner Goodman,
Yes,
and President Fosdick.
Yes. Resolution 2025-07, flat rents effective 1/1/26 again, right? Not 25?
Correct.
right here, on the
No,
resolution.
Yes, I had the typo on the agenda. So yes, the resolution is correct though. So they would become effective January 1st as well. Currently, we have, I believe, 7 residents that are affected by the flat rents. That take advantage of it because it's more affordable for them to be at the flat rent versus 30% of their adjusted gross income. So HUD mandates that we review this once a year and that we set them at least 80% of the HUD fair market rents. We're currently at 90% of the HUD fair market rents. And compared to the 1 bedrooms here and the 2 towers here, currently our assistance payment is $764, which will be increasing soon to approximately $790-ish. But for the 1 bedrooms and our scattered sites units, I'm proposing $719 for the 1 bedrooms, $943 for 2 bedrooms, $1,332 for the 3 bedrooms, and $1,388 for the 4 bedrooms, which is 90% of the HUD fair market rents for Manistee County.
We don't, we do not have many people that are paying a flat rate rent, right?
7 out of 47.
So that's all it affects.
Yes.
How much is this increase from last year?
So 1 bedroom's $44, 2 bedrooms 57, 3 bedrooms 86, and 4 bedrooms 74. And we would give the residents and we will review the rent calculation to see if it's to their advantage to go back to the 30%. So if it's to their advantage, we'll put them back at 30% of their adjusted gross income. Otherwise, they will opt to remain at the flat rent.
I make a motion to approve resolution 2025-07 flat rent schedule, January 1, 2026 to December 31st, 2026.
Second?
I'll second.
Paul?
Commissioner Mychek,
Yes.
Commissioner Szymanski,
Yes,
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Goodman,
Yes,
and President Fosdick.
Yes. 58 community maintenance garage pole barn.
So I did include the proposal from Swiderski and from RNS Construction. And then I do have another proposal from Top Line Electric. So to disconnect the electric service at the maintenance building and move the service from the front area before the demolition to the back area would be $5,725 from Top Line. And then you see the 2 quotes from Swiderski and from RNS Construction. So we would need to, if you guys want me to continue to move forward with this, I will forward those on to Commonwealth for their approval. Yeah, so at the last meeting, we had another quote from another contractor. Also, but it was like double, so I've narrowed it down to Swiderski and RNS Construction and Equipment LLC.
They're both the same demolition and
So Swiderski would do the demolition.
oh,
And then the second part of Swiderski's proposal would be to close off the back building, but it's almost double what RNS Construction Equipment will do it for.
so. But how are we rehabbing if we're demolishing it?
part of it.
So
We're not
the
rehabbing that.
the front part of the building where the roof's caving in,
Uh-huh.
that would be demolished. And then the back part of the building, we would install a door and we would put tin to enclose it so that we still have an area we can store appliances and things.
I thought we were gonna move it. I thought we were gonna. Well, we can demolish it and put it somewhere else. That's what I thought some of our discussion was.
It really, this is all up to Commonwealth. They're gonna have the final say in it, so we can give a recommendation. But we will have to get their approval on anything that we want to do. So we did talk about possibly building a new building where the gravel is, but at this point in the game, we're on the verge of the building being condemned because it's in such poor condition. And we don't want anyone to get hurt if the roof does cave in. So we are not parking the trucks in there any longer.
Plus, we don't have any commitment from Commonwealth that they would build a building.
Correct. And we did discuss that they want, that they'll, 75% of the cost would go towards would come from operations. And then 25%, because the City of Manistee Housing Commission does use it also for managing our scattered site units. So we would pick up 25%. There is a possibility that we might be able to use some of our reserves from Century Terrace too. So that is another option I'm looking into.
Guess we go with the.
Oh, yeah, I'll make the motion that we go with Sidorski's for the demo and R&S Construction Equipment for the renovation.
Do I have a second?
And make top line for the electrical.
Oh, okay, I didn't see the top line.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
is it not in
received
there?
that.
So
No, I just
the
received
top
it.
line
Mark.
for 5,000 or,
Yeah, 5,700.
so I'll amend mine to say, the demolition for $25,075 to Sodorsky, the reconstruction and R&S construction for $17,004.90. And the electrical requirements of $5,725.75 to Top Line Electrical LLC.
If we get the city to condemn it, will they pay for it?
Only if we give it to the land bank.
Well, Jenny, that's a good question because I think that forces some issues too. If,
Good comment, Bob.
yes, I mean, that really should have been done.
We could, that's certainly something that we could request is to have Mr. Bloom come in, take a look at it
I've been there.
and
Yeah.
is he willing to condemn it?
Yeah, he said you guys have to do something soon.
So
Yeah.
can we get that in a
So
letter?
I'm working with everyone. So I'm hoping that we don't have to go through those, down that path. But the city is aware that we have an issue there because he's seen it during our rental inspection.
Yeah.
So yes, so it will be, we need to make a decision soon.
But Mark, I'm guessing that you thought that if we had the building condemned, then we would have a better shot with it being approved.
Well, no, I'm not sure about that, but it forces a decision.
Oh.
It forces a decision to, and then everybody's got to come to the table and figure out a solution.
So
If
if we
that-
did
if-
so if we did condemn the building, what would be the ramifications to us in the interim between now and having the building demoed?
Well, then I don't think we could use it at all.
Are we using it at all now?
Yes.
Well,
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so I get it, right?
And
some
just, and the foundation is a wreck too. So there's really, I mean, we've just circled back that we cannot salvage that front part of the building. And this problem's been 25 years in the making.
So we have a motion on the floor right now.
And
And
it needs a second.
I'll second.
Any more further discussion? All in favor?
Need to vote. Is it a resolution?
No.
No, it's not. Okay.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, reports of communication. Lori and Mark, you're up.
So I'll go first, Mark.
Okay,
Second round of interviews. We would like to propose to meet with the three proposals from the developers after the November 20th meeting. Would that work with the board?
or as part of the meeting, so it would be a public. And we,
part
Yeah.
of the meeting.
And would they be live or remote? We don't know at this point.
yeah, I think that's your call, Jenny. I mean, I think both options should be on the table, but probably remote would be easier and quicker for us to control, the progress of the meeting.
Before that meeting though, or, because, at least one of them requested looking at existing site.
So one,
MHT.
MHT did look, I gave him a tour of every
Oh, you
unit
did, okay.
from the exterior, and we
Yeah.
went in several.
Uh-huh, okay,
Um,
good, I didn't know that.
The other two, it would be great if they could.
Can we
We're-
let them look,
Yeah,
know
we're-
prior that one has reviewed the site, current site? And, okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna request that they put together a sample project. And it doesn't have to be how we're gonna end up, but look at the sites, give us some thoughts about demo versus remodeling. And put together a sample pro forma, which is really, can the project work? And then I think that's what one of the folks was getting at, that they weren't sure that it could work. We need to get more in depth on this interview and say, show us a project that you think can work. Does that make sense to everybody?
yes.
Okay.
Now, we had a November 6th meeting reserved. Now, we're not going to do that. That was made at the last monthly meeting.
So we wouldn't if we do it with the regular commission meeting, we would
I
not do that.
think we need to give them a little more time, Steve,
Okay.
if that's okay with everybody.
Perfect.
Okay, the lock project at the scattered sites will begin, phase 1 on October 31st. We will be replacing the 6 units that the doors, the trims we weren't able to put a deadbolt on because of the condition of the,
So you replace.
the door trims. Yep, and those 6 units will receive the new, locks. But the rest of the locks will not arrive until mid-December. So that'll be phase 2. So that's update on that. We did have a hot water line break on the first floor at Century Terrace. So we currently have 10 units that do not have hot water in their kitchen sink. The line is under the concrete floor. So we have relocated that resident to another unit, and we have removed the kitchen cabinets, and we have completed an insurance claim, another insurance claim, and we do have Andy Salmon is on board. He is hiring an X-ray company to make sure that before we start cutting through the concrete, what we're getting into. So I'm hoping by this time next week that job will be complete. But I just wanted to let you know on that. Evelyn and I did attend the conference last week. That went very well. The fair housing training was great. So that was a very good conference. We did hire an office staff member from Arch Staffing, Jessica Brewer, and then a maintenance staff person we hired through the Housing Commission, Martha Gunn. So we do have 2 new staff on board. Arm Industry did sample the maintenance garage, and I will have the results back today if there are any hazardous material in the building before we go ahead with the demolition. So I'll have those results today. We did award the soffit, fascia, and siding project up at the scattered sites. They're going to go through and replace any missing or damaged fascia, soffit, a little bit of the siding. He's going to do what he can with the siding. And he does plan on starting tomorrow. I am working on a policy book for all the board members with updated policies, including the admissions and continued occupancy and the lease. The lease and the ACOP are both up for review right now. So I do have those completed in the office. I did send out a letter. Susan, did you see that the newsletter stated that we do have the lease and the ACOP's up for review? If
Yeah.
any residents would like to come and review it. A lot of the changes in it were mandated through HOTMA, which you guys have heard that, like for the last 5 years, they've been talking about all the housing opportunity changes. So a lot of them are implemented because of HOTMA. The other policies, I'm just updating to get us on board with updated and fresh policies. So I'm gonna make a handbook for every resident. I will ask you to approve the lease and the ACOP beforehand, but I will have a policy handbook that will be created for both properties. And we will put those through a comment period and then eventually have those approved as well within the next several months.
Those books will have the changes and what was and what is.
Yes.
Okay.
And some of them will be new policies that the Housing Commission never had. The executive director search firm plans on launching the position opening today. After we discuss it, we're hoping to have a short personnel committee meeting. So if the board would like to allow the personnel committee to make any additional changes to the position posting. The executive director job description, the salary study completed by Nelrod, they did amend our current executive director position a little bit. So if the board would like to defer that to the personnel committee to discuss the job description that we'll be using for the posting, that would be great. And then the last thing that I have is that I would like to schedule a budget meeting in November to begin reviewing the budgets.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay,
You know how to use Survey Monkey?
no,
Is that?
okay,
And send out an email with a link to Survey Monkey. And then everybody, you can see, just pick a bunch of dates and then everybody can kind of put in, and then you can see what your majority is.
okay, so our
The budget.
finance committee our finance now is President Bostic and Commissioner Mychek, correct? Okay. So I'll
They
get
would
with
have
you
an
too.
Initial meeting, right? The, directors report thing that they put together is very nice. I like, so all those photos came from the Visitor Bureau.
No, I'm not sure where he found those.
So it had to be, they're the same ones I
Okay.
see at the Visitor Bureau. So
Okay,
the only
I
one,
did put him in touch with
the
them.
only one I didn't like was the downtown one. If any of you looked at it.
Oh, okay, because it hasn't launched yet,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
it was like, I'm like, that is definitely not our town. But I did like the beach, the harbors, a lot of the stuff. It was, and I like that he said the good and the bad about everything.
Well, I was somewhat taken aback that he said the closest airport was Grand Rapids.
No, it's amended. It says Traverse City and
Yeah,
Manistee.
The new one, yeah.
Oh, well,
And he still tweaked, I had him tweak several things, last night too.
yeah. Just that front photo, that's not us.
Okay, committee reports, finance
Well, wait,
committee.
we didn't hear from Mark, isn't he gonna?
Oh. Mark, you have anything? I guess not. No.
Is he still on there?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He's out in the fields of, I don't know, Nebraska or
Yeah,
somewhere.
Checking on the cattle.
Do you have anything to
Wait,
say,
he's
Mark?
talking and we can't hear him.
Hold on, we can't hear you.
Can't read your lips either. You're too low.
Let me see, recording.
There, oops,
Oh, that's me. I had my mic off. Okay.
Okay.
well, turn it up.
Yeah, sorry about that. Just a couple things. So I don't know if anybody's going to the Housing North Summit next week. Is anybody?
No, out of town.
Okay, so I'm giving a presentation, just if I didn't know if anybody was gonna be there, just on, I'm sitting on a panel with the Traverse City Executive Director and the Cadillac Director, just how housing commissions can develop non-traditionally, what kind of partnerships they can, and I have a presentation that I did at the conference Lori was at that I'm gonna review with everybody, so. And then, I don't know, you guys have been there before. I don't know what the turnout is for this summit, but it's at the Haggerty Center, I think.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of them, but
Okay,
I'm usually the only person from Manistee that goes.
Alright. so anyway,
Well, they were having them.
Oh, yeah, they've had them for years.
so Tracy Davis is hosting the session, so. The other thing I just wanted to say without saying too much is, we've met discussing water issues and other issues. We're gonna meet again and we'll have more to report later. So there's still some outstanding issues on how things are gonna get addressed. So
Did we have any water over the last day? Because we had some pretty good rains yesterday, just curious.
I don't think so, Mick. I don't think so.
No, we did not, to my knowledge.
Good.
That's lucky because we had a lot of rain.
I was worried. Kevin kept driving by in the night to make sure everything was okay.
Anything else, Mark?
No, that's it.
Okay, committee reports. Finance committee has nothing to report. We had no meeting in the last month. Personnel committee, you guys are meeting
We're
after
meeting
this
after
meeting.
this real quickly.
Okay, did you have anything to say?
No,
Okay.
no, really good.
Commissioners report comments. Start with you. Jenny?
Nothing to report.
Sue?
Nothing.
Heck, no. I either received communication, e-bikes, fire and safety concerns.
So I did have a gentleman bring me down some information on a battery holder that is fireproof that he would like us to consider if we do make a policy to prohibit electronic bikes in units. And I did look into a few sheds. He did also bring me material on how the electric batteries should not be stored in cold weather. So I did give you a sample of a policy in New York. Apparently there have been some fatalities because of fire. We do have a email to, I believe I forwarded to everyone regarding from the fire department.
Do we have any e-bikes on site?
Yeah,
One that we.
they're not registered, Steve, so I do not know how many, but I know we do have, I know a resident in this building has 2. And, I believe there's at least one at Century Terrace. But here's, I don't think, we have enough information to act on this today, but I just wanted to put it on our radar so that is something that we can, look into further.
So it's not just an e-bike, it's the battery.
Right.
And
It's
any
just the
of that
battery, not the,
size
right.
would be a problem, whether it was in a bike or whether it was in a car, whether it was in a computer, whether or not you were just a nut and had a battery that size in your apartment.
But it was also the mobility devices. I mean, the chairs and the scooters also work on lithium batteries. So
Right.
we certainly wouldn't want to exclude people from having what would be almost an essential mobility device in their rooms for some.
So as a general rule of thumb, according to the fire department from Brent Haskin, he says overall that I think at best we could offer you an opinion that it should not be done, not necessarily a code preventing it. So they're recommending that we don't store them in our units. So then I guess we'd have to decide, if we do develop a policy, would we
Well-
allow them to use these? We'd have to find out more information on these bags that the batteries
again,
could be stored in.
like Mick said, it's more than just the e-bike. It's the scooters, it's the wheelchairs. They all use these lithium ion batteries. And so we're gonna have to look at, we can't just exclude e-bikes, we're gonna have to exclude all of it. And we can't do that because a lot of people, that's how they depend on their mobility. So we're gonna have to come up with a solution.
Some of the scooters do have casings in that battery.
Yeah.
So they do have protective coverings around them,
Mhm.
so that makes the difference.
And, that's what we might have to recommend for an e-bike, that they put a protective covering around that battery.
Well, you can remove the battery and store it.
Right,
Like-
when that's what these are.
That's
what this
bag is.
these-
Okay, so you're gonna research that further for us?
Right, because we thought about possibly purchasing a shed and putting it possibly in the gravel area for now that we could move if we did turn that into a dog park down the road. I did find one for $900 that we would have a kit that was half price, that we'd have to put together ourselves. Otherwise, it averaged about $3,800. The ones in front of Microtel, if we just had them bring us one that was all ready to go, those were about $3,800.
I could help with those up. We usually put one in every one of our habitat homes.
But they're not supposed to be stored out in the cold.
They can remove.
They remove the battery and
Well,
then,
but that's the problem.
That's the problem.
Dead.
If we put the battery,
yeah.
And
Can
there's
they-
nowhere
if
to
they're in that
charge.
bag, can they be outside?
Oh, and then how would they charge them too?
Yeah. Have to have.
So let's look at it further and report.
It
back.
is an issue, though. I mean.
Yeah,
if-
Mark, do you have any comments on the
Well,
subject?
I just, when you see there's a snippet from our insurance carrier, HAI, in your packet. Lori, it might be good for us to talk to the risk managers at the insurance company to get, some of their recommendations too. I mean, they've already put out a bulletin, the insurance company, so they know it's an issue. They've had claims on it, so they probably have some recommendations. And I think you're okay banning e-bikes. And I think Mick is right, the mobility devices, I mean, we couldn't ban those. But I think those are different battery types too. So I think we would want to make that clear distinction if we did anything.
Now, in interest to, that I want to see a personnel committee meeting today, and time is of essence, I'd like to forego the rest of the agenda. Go right for the adjournment.
Well, you need public comment though.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I think we have any,
Yes, please.
okay,
I'm here today to request once again security cameras in the parking lot. And
I think Laura's looking into that.
I know, safety and enforcement issue because I have had an incident with a dog, a fairly large dog. And since that incident back in April, I've seen that dog running loose in the parking lot while I'm out there several times. And at this point, if it ever came down to it, I think it's just a matter of that person's word against mine. Whereas if we had the camera, the done deal. I'm talking about the west parking lot at Harborview. And I'm pretty sure 2 cameras would cover that whole parking lot and most of the grounds going up to the building.
Yeah, $750 per camera plus installation. I did get a proposal.
But do we need to make a motion to,
No, I need an official proposal and,
that's doable.
Let's do that.
Get it in writing, and we can move it forward.
was this a residence dog or a neighbor? dog?
yeah, I'm working on it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't know it was the same incident.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, that's all today.
Good, good night.
Thank you for coming.
By Sue's residence, when the guys cut down the trees and they left everything in everybody's yard, she got it laying by her yard. Can't we get somebody to move it out to the road and get the city to take those tree stumps?
Sure. Well, thank you, Jim.
I've been looking at that.
He's looking
Yeah,
for,
me too.
he's looking for a vote.
You're gonna take care of that, Lori?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, at this time, I entertain a motion for adjournment.
I move to adjourn.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I appreciate it, so I can get out of here.
Thank you all very much.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you gonna have a Riverside meeting?
Oh, right, we still need to
The river-
adopt those real quick. True, which we have an agenda right here. So Steve, can we go ahead and open up the meeting?
Okay. This is Riverside Housing Committee meeting, our quarterly meeting, October 23rd, 2025. At Harbor View.
Do I have that?
Not yet. Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Oh,
No, I don't. You have them all.
roll call.
Commissioner Mychek,
Here.
Commissioner Szymanski,
Here.
Commissioner Pelton,
Here.
Commissioner Goodman,
Here,
and President Fosdick.
Here. Amendments to the agenda.
Steve,
Are there
could you add, just the potential contribution to the garage tear down by the Housing Commission if necessary?
Under old or new business?
New business, yep.
Anything else? Okay, any public comments on agenda related items? No. Approval of minutes from the meeting minutes from July 14th and checks and disbursement for September.
make the motion that we accept the meeting minutes of July 14th, 2025, and the check disbursements from September 20th.
A second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. Old business, garage tear down.
No
Oh,
new
it's not,
business,
it's,
New business.
Oh,
so none, no old
no
business.
old business. Okay, new business.
so Steve, I think it would be appropriate if you all agree to commit up to 25% of the cost of this reconstruction or demolition project, if necessary, up to 25%. We think that's what our use is of the project for public housing units. This may or may not happen, but I think it could expedite things if we can move forward.
So we could authorize the director in office, operations director, to approve up to 25% of the cost for the demolition of the building.
Yeah.
That's my motion.
Well, the demolition
And and
Reconstruction.
right, and reconstruction.
So it's around 40,000, so
So it'll be about 10,000.
so not to exceed $10,000.
No, I
No.
would say about 25%.
Just up
Right.
to 25%, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
because there could be
authorize
some
that.
unknown cost in the
Yeah.
project too.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Who start? Oh, Karen.
Here.
Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Reports of communication, financial report for August of 2025. Do we need to make a motion on that?
yes, please.
I make a motion to accept the August 2025 Riverside Housing balance sheet
Or finance.
or financial report.
Yeah. See,
Second,
I'll second that.
any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Director comment.
No comment.
Okay. This time I take a
I move to
motion to
adjourn.
adjourn.
I move to adjourn the Riverside Housing meeting.
Second?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.